The quiet cessation when life's symphony ends, death. It's an inevitable chapter in the grand narrative of life, a biological imperative woven into the very fabric of our existence. But what happens in those pivotal moments when the proverbial curtain falls? What transpires when the intricate machinery of the human body grinds to a halt? Clinical death, as we've come to define it, is marked by the irreversible cessation of heartbeat and brain activity. The heart, once a tireless pump circulating life-sustaining blood, falls silent. The electrical symphony of the brain, a complex concerto of thoughts, emotions, and memories, fades into a quiet hum, then utter stillness. In this liminal state, the lungs cease their rhythmic dance of inhalation and exhalation. No longer do they draw in life-giving oxygen or expel carbon dioxide, the waste product of cellular respiration. The body, once a vessel of warmth and vitality, begins to cool, its temperature gradually aligning with the ambient surroundings. This is the point of no return, the moment when the delicate balance that sustains life irrevocably tips. Yet even in this apparent stillness, subtle transformations are already underway, the initial whispers of the body's inevitable journey back to the elements from which it arose. The grace period, a fleeting chance for revival. While clinical death signifies the end of the line for many, there exists a brief window, a fleeting grace period, where revival is still a possibility. This window, lasting a mere 4 to 6 minutes, is a race against time, a desperate scramble to restart the heart and coax the brain back from the brink. Within this critical time frame, medical intervention can sometimes reverse the course of events. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR, a combination of chest compressions and artificial respiration, can jumpstart a stalled heart, forcing it to pump blood throughout the body once more. Defibrillation, the delivery of an electrical shock to the heart, can jolt it back into a normal rhythm. It is within this liminal space, teetering on the precipice between life and death, that near-death experiences, or NDEs, are often reported. These subjective experiences, as varied as the individuals who report them, often share common threads. Feelings of peace and tranquility, a sense of detachment from the physical body, encounters with deceased loved ones, and journeys through tunnels bathed in ethereal light are among the most commonly reported themes. While the scientific community grapples with the physiological and psychological underpinnings of NDEs, their existence continues to fuel speculation and debate. Are they mere hallucinations of a brain deprived of oxygen, or do they offer a glimpse into a realm beyond our current understanding? The jury, for now, remains out. Painted in shades of blue, the onset of livor mortis. As minutes bleed into hours and the possibility of resuscitation dwindles, the body embarks on a series of remarkable transformations. One of the earliest visible signs of death is a phenomenon known as livor mortis, or post-mortem lividity. This macabre spectacle manifests as a bluish-purple discoloration of the skin, a visual testament to the relentless force of gravity. In life, blood circulates ceaselessly throughout the body, propelled by the rhythmic contractions of the heart. In death, however, this circulation ceases, and blood, now free from the constraints of a closed system, begins to pool in the lowest parts of the body. This pooling, driven by gravity's unwavering pull, results in the characteristic bluish-purple discoloration of livor mortis. The location and extent of livor mortis can provide valuable insights into the circumstances surrounding death. For instance, if a body is found lying on its back, livor mortis will typically manifest on the back, buttocks, and the backs of the legs. If, however, the body was moved or repositioned after death, the pattern of livor mortis may be altered, providing crucial clues to investigators. This post-mortem roadmap, painted in shades of blue and purple, is just one of the many ways in which the deceased body silently communicates its story, offering glimpses into the moments leading up to and following the cessation of life. Section 4. A body's last embrace. Rigor mortis takes hold. As livor mortis paints its macabre masterpiece on the canvas of the deceased, another transformation takes hold, one that imbues the body with a temporary rigidity, rigor mortis. This post-mortem stiffening of the muscles, once a source of fascination and fear, is a natural consequence of the body's cellular processes shutting down. Within a few hours after death, typically between 2 and 6, rigor mortis begins to set in. This stiffening occurs as a result of the depletion of adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, the energy currency of cells. Without ATP, muscle fibers become locked in a contracted state, unable to relax. Rigor mortis typically affects all the muscles in the body, beginning with the smaller muscles of the face, jaw, and eyelids. This is why the eyes of the deceased often appear partially open and the jaw slack, giving rise to the vacant expression so often associated with death. As rigor mortis progresses, it spreads to the larger muscle groups of the neck, arms, legs, and torso. This post-mortem stiffening can last anywhere from 24 to 72 hours, depending on factors such as ambient temperature, body size, and the presence of any underlying medical conditions. Eventually, however, rigor mortis will subside as the body's enzymes begin to break down muscle tissue, a process that paves the way for the next stage of decomposition. Section 5. The unseen world awakens, putrefaction and decay. The cessation of life marks not an end but a beginning. As the body relinquishes its hold on life, it becomes a fertile landscape for a teeming microscopic world, a universe of bacteria, fungi, and insects lying in wait to reclaim the organic matter that once sustained a conscious being. This is the realm of putrefaction, a natural process both gruesome and fascinating. The first whispers of putrefaction are often olfactory. Gases, byproducts of the tireless work of microorganisms feasting on the body's tissues, begin to accumulate. These gases, often containing compounds like cadaverine and putrescine, release the characteristic pungent odor of decay, a scent unmistakable and unsettling. As bacteria continue their relentless work, the body's tissues begin to liquefy. This process, known as liquefaction, transforms the once solid form into a viscous, semi-fluid mass. The skin, once a barrier between the internal world and the external environment, begins to blister and slough off, revealing the macabre tableau beneath. The rate of decomposition is influenced by a multitude of factors, including temperature, humidity, and access to insects. In warm, humid environments, decomposition progresses rapidly, while in cold, dry conditions, it can be significantly slowed. The presence of insects, particularly blowflies which lay their eggs on corpses, can accelerate decomposition as their larvae, known as maggots, feast on the decaying flesh.